Hi, I'm Andy Kidd. We're currently at Stivians Lake, which is in West Cornwall, between Redruth and Camborne. It's about a force 4 southerly wind blowing. It's quite exposed on this part of Cornwall, so it's good for winging when the winds are relatively moderate as they are today.
We have Andy starting, so you can see he's stood to his feet. He's moved slightly towards the back of the board, double pump into the wing and the foil, and he's up and away. So here he is, he's riding heel side here. It looks like he's about to go into attack. So you see he leans on his heel side turn, wing comes through the wind and then switches around. So Andy's coming back at us now. He's riding toe side, so his toes are closest to the wind, leans in, pulls the wing above his head, pulls it round, and then he's setting off on the new side. So he's now riding heel side. He's about to tack, so carving slowly into the wind with his heels, gently carving the foil. The wing comes across the top of his head and he's off on the new tack. So again, toe side, so he's leaning gently on his toes. That time he leant too much on the toes. The foil didn't want to move that quickly, and that's why the foil straightened up and he fell off. So you can see he's starting to start here. So you come onto the board across the wind to the side, you pull the wing close to the downwind rail of the board to give you some support. You're holding the wing above your head, then he's going to stand up front leg first, then up to the second leg, back leg, sorry, then quick pump on the board and the wing at the same time, and he's up and flying. So he's going to go into a heel side tack, carves with his heels, and then pulls the wing across his head. So on this toe side one, we're focused on the wing, so he pulls his front hand up and above his head, crosses over to switch his hands and pulls it across his body, and then sets off on the new course. So again, he's riding heel side across the wind, carves into the wind gently so you don't overpower the foil, then you're moving the wing across the top of your head and then pulling on once the wing has passed through the wind. So again, riding heel side here, gentle carve. That time the foil played up as he was carving, probably put too much pressure on the foil. He is on a 5-1 wing here and a 78 litre MB board. The foil he's on is a Gong V1 90 centimetre mast, and he's got a Fluid XLT, which is 1450 front wing, and a Fluid medium rear stabiliser on today. So again, he's starting off here, front leg up first, back leg up, pumping the board, slight bounces on the board, running across the wind, pumping the wing, and that's rises up onto the foil. So he's just tacked there, so he's coming in. This is toe side tack. Keep an eye on the wing. So he's going to gently lean on both feet, steers the foil up into the wind, changes hand and brings it across the top of his body, swaps hands, and off he sets on the new course. So again, heel side, steady carve through the wind, flicks the wing across the top of his head. We've got Andy now going out, so he's riding heel side and he's going to jibe here, so carving the board downwind, let the wing come to the outside of the turn and swap your hands. So this is a toe side jibe, digs in heel pressure through the wind with the foil and then switch the rig, and he's off and going. So again, so he's riding heel side and he's about to put front foot pressure through his toes, gentle long arc on the turn so you're not overpowering the wing, holding the wing to the outside of the turn, letting the wing flick and changing your hands. So this is a toe side jibe, so it's heel pressure, nice, smooth, wide arc turn, let the wing flick to the outside of the turn, and then change your hands and off on a new course. So again, so a heel side jibe, so his heels to the wind, he's going to put toe, well, he's tacked, which he wasn't meant to do. So again, so he's riding heel side now, so his heels are to the wind, riding towards the beach. So he's going to switch to switch foot, heel pressure, nice long arc on the turn, the rig goes to the outside of the turn, lets it flick and changes his hands, grabs hold and off onto the new course. So again, toe side jibe, heel side jibe, toe side pressure, flick the rig, comes out of the turn, out of transition and turns it. So it's coming across toe side, so he's going to put heel pressure here, so lots of heel pressure on both feet, keeping that board level as it runs through the turn on the foil, flick the wing on the outside of the turn, and he's off and riding on new tack. So if we focus on the wing now, so he's riding in toe side, he's going to put some heel foot pressure, but we're going to focus on the wing. So the wing gets sheeted in, move to the outside of the turn, flick the rig, and he's off and down. And the reason for that is he didn't change his hands soon enough. Pump with the board, pumping the wing at the same time. It's quite a sort of combination of a pumping motion. The rig you lift up and down in a sort of rotary motion rather than a windsurfer that you flap around. So he's riding across now, so he's riding toe side, so his toes are on the upwind rail, and he's going to come into a toe side jibe, so he's going to put pressure onto his heels, and then if you watch the rig or the wing, sheeting in with the backhand, letting go with the backhand, holding it towards the outside of the turn, the wing naturally flicks and he changes his hands. So riding heel side, so it's toe side pressure, downwind pressure, flicks the rig early on this one, carries on gently letting the foil run through the turn. If you're too aggressive with the foil, you can override the foil, so the foil just keeps gently riding underwater and around that turn. So again, these are quite fast jibes, so high speed jibes. So again, sheeting in with the backhand, so that's called a duck jibe. So he's riding heel side, so he's going to probably end up doing a duck jibe here. So ducking the wing quickly, changing his hands over, and then finish the end of the rotation with the foil and comes out of the turn. So he's likely to tack now. So he's coming and wants to go upwind. So now he's got to negotiate the poor beginner. He's struggling because it's quite windy now. So riding in toe side, so this should be a toe side jibe coming up now. So he starts to put pressure on the heels, the rig goes sheeted in, goes to the outside of the turn. You don't really have to do much with the wing, you can hold it out of the way, you just have to concentrate on getting the foil to complete the full arc. Now he's off, so it's going to be a duck jibe, drops the rig, gets back winded. So he's going to come in, it's going to be a heel side tack here, so the wing comes over the top of the head, change your hands and off you go on your new run. So coming in again, probably going to be a duck jibe, so it's going to be some, no heel side pressure, that's an upwind tack. So it's looking very windy now, so he should be fun. He must be super powered on this 5-1 Ensis spin with the soft handles, just a preferred wing of choice at the moment. So sheeting in with the backhand, concentrate on getting the foil to just transition round in a nice smooth arc and you can sort of forget about the wing. Quick jibe there. Again, just pressure through, even pressure through both feet. So pressure through the heels, the wings transition above his head, and off he goes on the new run. So going to be a toe side jibe, lots of pressure on the front foot, carves the foil through the wind, and this nice long arc, and the wing passes above and behind his head in this tack. Oh, and he's down. In toe side here, he's probably likely to tack, so it looks like it's just going to be a standard toe side tack up into the wind. So we're looking at likely to be a 360 here, so downwind carbon 360, laser rig, that's a one-handed, so he threw his hand off, so he pulled through the wind and back on the same tack, so that means you go downwind, carve through a whole 360 and then back again. So it's likely to be the same move now, so he's riding in, no, he's going to tack now, so toe side tack, coming up, so it's quite high on the foil there, passes the wing above his head, sheets in, sets his course across the wind again, so likely to see a 360 any moment. So he's going to, lots of toe side pressure, laser rig down, oh, crashes. So Andy's riding in, so he's going hillside here, he's likely to switch his feet, and then he's going to come through a tack, so the wing comes across the top of his head, quite high over his head. If you put it too low to your head, it can press the wing down on top of you. So he's riding out heels to the wind, so he's going to start a carbon 360 here, so he drops the rig, leading edge of the rig down the wing, pulls it through the wind, carves the whole way round, riding on the foil, which is the objective. So you're likely to see a tack here, so he comes around, tacks up into the wind, so you're going to see a carbon 360 any moment. So toe side pressure, drops the leading edge of the wing down towards the water, pulls it through, lifts the wing up, so he starts to get power in the wing before he's completed the turn, sheets in with the back of the wing, and that helps him finish the turn off. So we might see something fancy here. Could be a tag, which isn't that fancy. Okay, so we're going across the wind full power, starts to sheet in with the back hand when he gets a big enough gust. Even toe pressure as he comes about 90 degrees through the wind, dropping that trailing edge, pulling the top of the wing through and opening up as he passes through probably 200 degrees.
If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.